Why the fuck do people care so fucking much who hosted the fucking event? Why do people care so much? It's really not that big of a deal, bro. It ain't that big of a deal, bro. It really isn't that big of a deal. And somebody said cuz of Pat. All Pat's trying to say is, for the most part, champs should be a neutral event. That's what Pat's trying to say for the most. But I don't think it's a problem that Optic hosted this event, bro. Somebody had to step up to host the fucking event, and there's no better team to do it than the Optic boys in Texas under that fucking venue and that crowd and everything that the way that it unfolded, bro. Yeah, that shit was sick. You know what I'm saying? I was, bro. And then some people are like, oh, the crowd. Bro, the crowd is the same everywhere we fucking go. It's the same everywhere we go. It's the same shit. Now, obviously, the crowd was really loud, but I think that had a lot to do with just the venue because we were in a dome. But, bro, the crowd is loud everywhere we fucking go, bro. There's always a fucking crowd unless we go to fucking some random fucking studio in the middle of fucking nowhere where there's no fucking people. You know what I'm saying? It's just the pros, and they're not selling tickets, and it's just an empty fucking arena. But, bro, for the most part, especially Championship Sunday, bro, the Optic fans are loud. They have been loud since 2013. They've been loud since 2010. You know what I mean? So, like, why are we fucking surprised? Bro, who gives a fuck? Who cares? Bro, at the end of the day, the venue was incredible. The event was incredible. The crowd was amazing. And the best team on the weekend won the tournament. So, who gives a fuck? Who gives a single fuck? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Do you want to join Optic? No. Let me see what's going on here. Let me see what's going on. If FaZe hosted champs and won, what would the vibes here be like? Bro, what the fuck are these guys talking about? What are they talking about? Tony, what the fuck is going on? Why is there so much drama around this shit?
Dude, I'm just picturing Kason walking out like the Dynasty walked out. I'm just visualizing it, dude. You know what I mean?
No, don't say that.
Hey, that would go crazy. That would go fucking crazy, bro. Yo, imagine Kason just walked out. You expect to let a FaZe just by himself. Just by himself. Son.
Big ass chain on.
No, that's fucking hilarious, bro. That's comedy.
All the drama was around Optic hosting the event. And then me and Sam talked about it on stream last night. I think no matter what, the fact that Optic was in a champs final for the first time in 7 years, whether it was hosted by Optic or not, it would have been the same exact chance, the same exact level of hype. It would have been the same exact thing. I don't think it changed a single thing.
No, I think I agree. I completely agree. I feel like every event, the Optic fans have been loud since 2012, 2013. It is what it is, bro.
I just wish we could bring the drums to World War II champs. Fuck me. Go back in time, bring a drum set. Next thing you know, I'm in the final.
Yeah. I think, Tone, they're just some people. I think it's fair for people to be like, yeah, I think champs should be neutral. I think that's a fair comment. Don't you think that's a fair take? Like champs should.
Wall, bitch.
Nah, this guy, bro. Nah, he said, nah. What did you say? Say it again with your chest.
It's that green wall, bitch.
What's wrong with you, Tone? What's wrong with you?
Standing on business, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? It's the champs realistically, yeah, it should be a neutral hosted event. Like, obviously, like, yeah. But a team needed to step up. They needed somebody to host this event. And Optic stepped up.
Nah, the fact is, bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Blaming other orgs for not wanting to do activations and not like wanting to do things.
That's what I'm saying. They stepped up,
any
bro.
org could have been like, yeah, yo, we want to do this. Go ahead.
No. By neutral, obviously, even if it was a neutral event, right? The crowd would have been the same. Everything would have been the same, bro. Everything would have been exactly the same.
The reality is, let's say that event was neutral. What do you think? The CDL would turn down the Dynasty walking out? It doesn't make sense. Why would you not try to build
it wouldn't have changed. It wouldn't have changed anything. That's what I'm trying to explain to them, Tony. It could have been a neutral event. It wouldn't have changed. It should have been a neutral event because it's COD champs, right? So they just don't want any branding. That's why people are fucking mad because of that, the branding part. But if anybody thinks the event would have changed, like the outcome of the event would have changed, if it was neutral, that's fugazi.
Listen,
that's fugazi.
Maybe I'm tripping. As a former player, I personally believe, brother.
That's
me seeing an Optic logo on a poster at an event would change absolutely zero in my mentality as a player. I don't give a fuck if everyone's wearing an Allen and Wallace costume. As a player, you don't give, like, that's not something that's even in your fucking, like, mind.
I mean, I agree. I mean, I've said this, bro. I've said this a million times. Ben has always argued that the crowd is like a big factor. Like
the crowd would have been the same exact thing like it always is. It doesn't make sense.
That's what I agree.
Toronto, okay.
I agree.
I mean, if the crowd mattered that much, then Toronto would have won their home major and we wouldn't have.
Well, it only gets you so far. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Tom, is that guy who blacklisted Optic talking?
Yes,
oh my fucking God! It's the Slay. Tony, the Slay.
He left the call.
He doesn't come in here often, Tony.
Like
the craziest part about it was he was the ringleader of that shit, and I took the fall with my waddling ass. That's the funniest fucking part.
Yeah, you got fucking played.
I got railed.
You got played, bro.
That's crazy.
They picked the fat kid and they put it all on him, as if I didn't have enough weight to bear.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
It was fucked up.
Nah, it's the Slay, bro. It's the Slay. You know, I think from a just league standpoint, like in terms of a team hosting the event, the CDL should host COD Champs. Like that should just be hosted by the CDL. But in this case, a team needed to step up and do it, and Optic did it. And I think nothing would have changed, no matter who hosted the event. I just don't think there would have been a difference in anything. I don't even know why this is being so blown out of proportion. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like some people had valid takes, but now I feel like all the drama and shit around it and people talking about it so much, it's like, bro, it literally makes I don't know why this is like such a big deal. Like, it just, I don't understand.
I think my just the talk of the town. I think like today and tomorrow, like everyone's gonna stop talking about it. I think most people are on the same page. Like, I don't think it actually changed anything.
Nate Shaw gives his thoughts on the entire Optic hosting champs discussion. Nobody cared when we won champs in LA. Every crowd is a home crowd for Optic. The city doesn't matter. People are going to say I'm biased, but it's the truth. Venue truly doesn't matter, and it's always been that way. Agreed? Agreed.
Yeah,
Here he goes. What don't you agree with here, bro? What don't you agree with?
Me? I said I agree with both of them.
Oh, I thought you said, I thought you were like going to counter. I thought you were about to counter.
No.
Okay. So you be doing that shit, man. You're like,
What are you talking about?
All right. See, if somebody says something and then I go, what would you think? What would you think?
I don't know. I'm just baiting.
Okay. I have a topic I want to discuss. Are you ready?
Yeah. Tone. Go ahead, Tone.
FaZe trio.
Yeah.
Go.
We talked about this a lot.
The FaZe trio?
Go. You guys start.
Wait, what do you mean the FaZe trio?
I'll ad-lib. That's all I'm going to say. Just start talking FaZe trio. What do you think?
I mean, I don't think they should break up. There's nobody to pick up, Tony. Who the fuck are you going to pick up?
Me?
Yeah, okay. Tony, the FaZe trio is a great trio. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? These players are obviously good players. They're obviously a good team.
No, I don't think they should break up either.
You know what I mean? Like, they're obviously, these guys are good. They're all good. All of them. Well, every single one of them are good. I thought Draws was one of the best players we had this year. I thought Draws was one of the best players.
That's not part of the trio, though.
Well,
I know. But I'm saying,
I think EWC is gonna I think EWC. Most teams are gonna stick for that, surely, right? Like the top teams. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't think top teams are gonna change before EWC.
Yeah, I agree.
And
we've Tony, we've talked about this.
Ghosty, but apparently Nate Shot has said that they will not be fielding buyout offers for Ghosty.
So Nate's holding the line at least for now. But if Dan
until someone goes, yeah, he's half a million.
Wait. So you would drop who? You would drop somebody on FaZe for Ghosty? For who would you drop?
No. I'm just saying Ghosty's like the talk of the town. No, not even for FaZe. I'm saying Ghosty in general. Like people are like, oh, Ghosty to New York, Ghosty to FaZe, Ghosty to Ultra. Like people are using Ghosty.
He'll end up going somewhere unless Steve gives him a bag or something.
Well, no, here's what I'll say. It kind of comes down to Dan, though. Because if I'm Dan and, like, I know offers are coming, or just a conversation with these management, I'm like, hey, like, these offers are going to come in. Like, my preference is X. Are you guys good with that? And then they got to be clear with him of,
this
hey,
might be
we're not going to let you leave,
dude.
or we're fine with that.
This might be unpopular, dude.
Speak of having an adult combo.
Thieves is still Thieves. I feel like Ghosty should prioritize building something special at Thieves, right? Try and get some players that you think you can go out and win with. Like, I feel like Thieves is a good spot for Dan. Like, I feel like that's somewhere where he should like
grow a
try
brand,
and make the best. Exactly. Like, dude, like that's like a good opportunity.
Yeah, he could take over there. He could take over there if he wanted to. You know what I mean? And honestly, like his teammates, bro, they had a good show out. You know, these are the good show out. The problem is, Tony. The problem is if he has an opportunity to go somewhere else where it's clearly a better team and a better situation.
Like, okay, hold on. Let me.
It's
make
like,
my
come on.
statement clear.
You know what I mean? He's trying to win, bro. He's trying to win.
If it's like a phase, I mean, okay. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
even saying like Toronto, New York. It could be anything. It could be literally anybody. It could be literally just. It could be honestly any organization as long. But if the team is better and seems like a better fit for him, like he's gonna want to win at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, everyone wants to win the most. That's number one.
You know, but. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think Formal's coming back. I don't think he's gonna come back and play, bro. If he does, that'd be legendary.
I also don't know, like, I don't know what changes we can see because I do feel like, bro, each of the top 4 teams won an event, and it's like I'm sure all those guys still know that obviously they can win events. It's like you're not gonna build a roster at this point in the CDL like generation and era that's going to go out there and win 4 events a year. Like, it's just so unlikely. Like, the talent is way too even at the top. But, like, roster change or not, like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to go build a team that's never going to lose. It's nearly impossible.
No.
You have to find a team that you want to simply work with and hopefully win a couple chips throughout a year.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of talent now.
Consistently is near impossible.
Yeah, it's hard. But that's why the FaZe trio, Tone. Everybody keeps saying FaZe trio, FaZe trio. The trio's consistent. They just haven't been closing, and that's a problem. That's a clear problem.
I mean, yeah, it's a clear problem, but it's also like, bro, they're playing very good teams now.
100%,
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like it's not like I don't know. Like I think people are. I don't want to say overthinking it, but I also do kind of want to say overthinking it. I think people are overthinking the fact that like FaZe is struggling to win in some finals. It's like, bro, they're playing against red hot, good ass, fucking evenly matched teams at this point. It's not like it's, you know what I mean?
Bro. No, listen, bro. There's not many people you can even like when you look at FaZe and you look at the rest and things that you can do and change it, you don't want to break the team apart. There's very, very few people that I would bring that I think that you got to make a change for this guy. I think that's maybe like 2 people. Yeah. Right, and I think you know who those 2 people are, bro. Like it's
Scrap
pretty
and Hydra.
I was saying Hydra, Shotzi, and yeah, Scrap too. Shotzi's obviously ungrabbable. Can't get him. Shotzi's
on a leash in a cage, dude.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then Scrappy and fucking Hydra. I think Paco especially, right? I think Paco's like, bro, Paco is insane.
Hydra's got
Paco is crazy.
Hydra's got like,
bro, I don't think people understand, bro. This guy is crazy.
If I was still playing and I wasn't retired, I would play with Hydra for free.
Bro, Paco is actually
I would say I don't want a salary.
Crazy,
I will play with him for free.
Bro, Paco is fucking crazy.
Give him my salary is what I'd say.
Hey, Tone, would you drop anybody on Optic for Paco?
Hell no. Greenwall, bitch. Are you crazy?
What if Scrappy goes to New York?
Then...
Scrappy's going nowhere. What?
Yeah, but what do you mean? What if Scrappy goes to New York?
You don't think Scrappy's going anywhere?
Thank you.
You don't think Scrappy's going anywhere?
Okay, bro.
No, he's not.
I want to explain what it would take.
No, he's actually not. You're right, Ben. No, Ben's what Ben's about to say is facts. So go ahead. What you're about to say is facts. Go ahead. I know what you're gonna say.
Of Toronto, he's gonna need to do the following things. He's gonna need to go to management and say, "Look, I'm not happy with the roster.
Here he goes.
I don't think that we can field the right team, and I want to leave." And they're gonna say, "Well, no, you can't leave."
Okay.
So he's gonna throw a hissy fit. Like a couple weeks are gonna go by. He's gonna be pissed on stream, and he's gonna try the press again with his agent, and it's still not gonna work. And then he's gonna make it public that he's upset.
No, okay.
That's gonna be a whole thing.
What deal is Scrap on? Is this confirmed?
He's got 1 more year, 100%. He's got a humble contract on it.
Okay, so he has a team option 1 more year.
I believe it's a
Correct?
team option. I'll pull up the track right now.
Okay, so listen, if it's a team option, hypothetically, and Scrap wants to leave, if you're Ultra, you look at 2 things. You go, okay, do we go look for a $300,000 to $500,000 buyout and take the money while we can get it? Or do we let Scrap walk for free after a year? That's the question. It's do we start rebuilding earlier than we wanted to and then lose a player when we could get maybe $500,000 for him? Or do we sell him? That's the actual decision that Ultra needs to make. Because in my opinion...
And teams are willing to spend, probably.
In my opinion, you make a lot more. If Scrap goes out there and wins 2 tournaments for Ultra... the org would still make more by selling them. You know what I mean? So when it comes to financially...
Here's my question. You know their management. Is money really an issue to them? like in that
Well,
sense?
well, for
Or
most
is-
teams, I don't think money is really like an issue for a lot of these actual owners. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're going to bed thinking about they need buyout money. But the reality is, would you? I mean, look at the Pred situation, brother. Fucking Seattle held on to Pred for an extra few months, and they could have got an absolute bag for him. And for what? It doesn't make sense. If a player wants to leave, like, I think the options will be this. Ultra is going to need to try and field, if Scrap wanted to leave, for example, they would have to try and field the roster that he would really want that would make him happy to stay.
Yeah.
Or honestly, you take the
That's
money.
impossible.
And
That's
you
impossible
take-
to do, though, Tom.
You take the money.
Like, realistically, how do you get, like, who, if you're Scrap, right, Tony, who would you want to play with? Right? Who would you think about it? Who would you want to play
Hydra.
with? Right? Paco or any of the FaZe guys?
Yeah.
So here's my question.
You're not going to get any of those guys.
Here's my read on the Toronto situation.
No, they could get Paco. They could get Paco from New
So
York.
here's my read on my Toronto situation.
Ooh, they could grab Paco.
They have money to go out and get someone if Scrap's like, hey, like we really got to shuffle this shit up. I want to stay, but like let's build something here. The issue is that if he wants to leave, they're not going to let him walk, and it's going to be a saga, and it's going to take months because I see that management as not being endemic. It's not Hector. It's not Paul Hamilton. It's not Nade. They're not going to let him just and then okay, we'll negotiate a buy and we'll figure it out. They're going to have to come to us. It's a press. It's a negotiation. We're going to squeeze every penny out of this we can. It's going to take until October. That's my read on it. If he were to want to leave this year, if I were Scrap as well,
Sid, Paco, Scrap would be a crazy
they're
trio.
going to
Agree.
this summer. This is why this may come to a head quick, is because Scrap is probably going to have a combo in the next 6 to 8 weeks where they're going to put an extension in front of him because he's got a team option, as I have on screen right now, as you can see. And they're going to say, hey, because the way that Toronto's done it, they do the 1+1 and they renegotiate, right? And he'll probably say, and he should say, well, I'm not going to take that team. I'm not going to sign that extension, and I'll be a free agent. And then here's the problem in the wild card with Toronto is I think Toronto's a type of weird-ass org that they may go to Scrap and say, well, if you don't sign this extension, we're going to bench you.
Well, then that would be okay.
Which would be a psycho move out of them, but that's
that doesn't make sense because
that's a non-zero chance that happens.
Yeah, you don't fuck over a whole team and your own organization's chance to win out of spite and benching Scrap.
Well,
the reality is,
here's
if I'm
the
Scrap,
thing,
just
though,
so we're on the same page, I wouldn't
shouldn't.
sign an extension for anything because he's not going to
100%.
get worse. His stock will stay the same unless he magically breaks his hands, God forbid. I wouldn't sign an extension. If he's got to play there for another year, sure. And then at that point, hey, if he wants to return to Ultra, it's okay. Come to the table. I want this. Or you go field offers. So I don't think, unless it's like to the point where it's like, an offer you can't refuse, you don't sign an extension if you have stock like Scrap. Yeah, I saw this. I also think, Tommy.
I 100% wouldn't
Wait,
sign
Tom.
extension of him.
Tom, think about this. If your nose hosted champs, and we use Scrap's neck as the walkout, like the
hallway, yeah.
Dude, that could be an all-timer.
And we use your head as the middle stage, as the center stage. We use your head as the center stage. Oh,
exactly.
that would be unbelievable.
Yep.
That would be fucking unbelievable, Don.
What do you think about Drop KiSMET?
Drop
I think
KiSMET?
KiSMET's good, man. I don't like how quick, bro. They just play second at champs.
It's the Bulldog.
I hate how people are so
that
quick
Bulldog.
you're like, yo, this guy needs to get dropped. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Listen.
KiSMET had a bit of a tough
If
one.
you watch the games, okay, KiSMET is an impactful player, bro. He do be getting shit on. You know what I mean? He do be getting shit on sometimes. No, he'll even tell you that, Tone. He'll even tell you that. Sometimes he be getting shit on.
Tough of that in the slang category.
You know what I'm saying? But one thing you can't deny about KiSMET, he makes everybody around him better. 100%. 100% he makes everybody. He makes everybody around him a better player. I don't care what anybody says. I'll argue this all fucking day. Give me anything you got.
100%.
Give me anything you fucking got. I'll fucking defend a Bulldog. I'll defend a fucking Bulldog all fucking day. I don't give a fuck.
The only thing with the Bulldog is like,
I don't give a fuck.
we don't know because we're not in the room. Right after EWC, how does the New York team feel about
this guy's disrespect is kind of crazy too.
I'll
go ahead,
fuck
Ben.
myself
Go
then,
ahead, Ben.
like-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Bro.
This guy's disrespect is crazy.
Right, we know how good of a player Kiss can be. We know he's inconsistent. What we don't know is, has New York identified that he is the reason for their inconsistent results? Because if that's the case, and they have, say, an inconsistent result at EWC, they look at the board after the event and say, well, there's an upgrade there that will make us more consistent or increase our ceiling. want to make that move? That's the question I think none of us can really answer. We can only just speculate on.
It's
That
all
make sense?
situational. It depends who's on the table, who they actually can get that they think will elevate. And KiSMET's like actually a really good
Guys,
player. Like he's actually a really good,
yeah.
impactful player. You're not just gonna replace KiSMET just for anybody, bro. He's a good player. Like you're not, you know what I mean? It's a good, bro. You don't just drop the bulldog like that. Like you got to make sure it's the same thing, right? There's like only you could count maybe 1-2 people. And even if that, it's like it's unrealistic. Like for the most part, it's like who you gonna get, bro? What's going on, Tom? Roger JJ.
What's the roster change?
Oh, wow.
Rokkr have signed Diamond Con and SEO to join Accuracy and
Lens.
Lens. Wow, Jesus fucking Christ. I had no
Didn't see
idea.
that before.
I had no
Thanks.
idea coming. I had no idea that was
Fuck
coming.
me.
I had no idea that was fucking coming. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had no idea. I had no fucking idea. I had no idea. I didn't see this coming. I was blindsided. Holy fuck. I can't believe this shit. This is fucking
I like
crazy.
S3 on DC, though, bro. I like S3 on DC.
What do you think of the team, Tony? What do you think?
I like it a lot more than the previous.
I do too, actually.
I like
because I
like it a
Ezreal.
lot more than the previous. I
think
hated
Ezreal's a
the
good
dropping
player.
of Vivid. I think if Rokkr could go back in time, you keep Vivid. Standy, I think statistically played pretty well. I think Lens
Vinny
got
was
way
pissed.
worse.
Vinny was pissed.
Lens got way worse when Vivid got dropped. I would have tried Gunless and Vivid together. Either way, now I like this. I like Ezreal and Lens together. I feel like that could be a unique duo. I'm a big Diamond Con fan. I like it.
Vinny
like
was pissed, bro. He was announced Classic subbing in for Sim. Classic Stan. What the fuck is that? Bro, I think Ezreal's a good player. I think he's a good impact player. You know what I mean?
Classic
Like he makes
Stan, Sim's father, announced Classic something.
It's what I just it's what I just fucking said. Bro, fucking Ezreal's a good
shit.
impact player. He's aggressive. He makes plays. You know, like I feel like that's always a good player to have around your team because it just makes things easier when you have a player like that who's not afraid to get in there and get down and dirty. I thought Standy was a good player. I don't know what kind of in the camp what they thought about Standy or how everything was going with Standy. You know what I mean? I know
think-
Vinny was really pissed. Vinny was pissed
Wait, about what?
because he loves Standy. That's his guy.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
You know Vinny and Standy. They're like they're
I don't
the
like
duo.
I don't like Standy on Rokkr personally. Just I don't think him and Lens together made the most sense. Like I think Lens was very good when he had a very aggressive SMG in Vivid. I think Standy's good. I just didn't like that spot for him. I like this move from Rokkr. I feel like at this roster's peak, they're a sleeper team. This is a team that can cause upsets.
I will say I feel like
I could see top 6 to top 8 maybe.
it sounds to me that if they were either going to keep Standy or Lens in this situation, they kept Lens over Standy. That's what it seems
Oh
like.
yeah, I mean you have to, and that's just Lens showed enough where you bet on him again.
So where do you think Standy goes? You think he's going to get on another team, or do you think he's going to Challengers again? What do you think?
I don't know, man.
It's
I
gonna
mean,
depend on the offseason.
and there's no way to really tell.
You're right. There is really no way to tell.
The thing is, once again,
Thought that was AG.
everybody, and I don't blame them. Everyone loves the unknown variable. So it's like everyone knows what Standy can bring. Why would you not go try to get someone from Challengers to see what they could bring before you go back to the known quantity? You know what I'm saying?
Yep. What other roster changes and shit has been announced? I haven't been, bro. I'm telling you, I haven't been. This right here, the Boston shit, right? This Cammy, Awakening, Purge, Snoop. These guys. What do you think of this team, Tone?
Boston team, I think they're. I don't know. I think like
You don't know.
Sorry, look,
These guys are terrible.
it's
These
better than the
guys.
last.
Actually,
I
I
think it's
don't,
better than
bro.
last, maybe better than last team, but
It's definitely better than the last team. What? The last team was terrible. Major Maniac and Beans on the same roster together?
yeah, they
Are
were,
we
they were,
high?
no, they were
I'm not saying that was good either. I didn't say that.
They were definitely
I
trying
didn't
with
say
that.
that was a good team either. I mean, I guess I really haven't seen like they definitely have been showing out in Challengers for sure, like a big like Cammy and Big Wake, you know, and
I'll tell you what.
I just don't know.
Cammy and Awake play like peak Cammy and Awake, and I know everyone doubts them, so that's why I'm saying if this is a sleeper team. I want to see how Snoopy. Okay, this is also the true test for Snoopy, because now he's getting 3 brand new players that he hasn't played with. So now there's no more like now it's on Snoopy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Snoopy needs to go out there and perform now.
Oh, I feel like all of them have to go out there and perform. All these players have been kind of like Big Wake and Camby got sent back to the gulag. Now
like,
they're back.
Know,
now they're fucking back, Tone, to come out and put their balls on the table. You know what I mean?
But
and then you got Snoop and Purge. Purge, obviously, same guy. He got sent to the gulag. He's back.
Challengers is just a different ball game, bro. I mean, we all know it's very different, right? Like, how is this roster going to go play against a New York or a fucking Ultra?
I think they're going to get shit on. I think they're going to get shit on. I think they're going to get smoked.
Do I think this team...
That's just me being honest, though.
Some of like the other outside the bubble top 4 teams? Maybe. I think possibly.
Mm-hmm.